Hey Colorado, if you're like me, although you love the summer, you're getting kind of tired of those 90-degree days. Well, it's finally September and it was so hot in the office I decided to bring this video outside. Today we're going to be chatting a little bit about some of the market changes we're seeing here in Colorado. Hey everybody, this is Joe Benjamin with Great Life Colorado eXp Realty. We are your front range real estate resource and everything fun to do here in Colorado. If this is your first time to the channel, welcome. If not, welcome back. Please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It helps us out and helps keep you informed on everything awesome going on here in Colorado. So today we're on a stroll here through Serene Park, which is one of the many parks here in the Erie area. This one is in the Collier's Hill neighborhood. Collier's Hill is a great, fantastic new build community that's featuring everything from single level ranch style houses, which you see under the flag, to some really large 2-story with full walkout basement homes. There's about 4 builders in the area: Richmond Homes, Century, KB Homes, and I believe Dreamstyle as well, so I'll double check on that. This master plan built community has got all sorts of great features, from these wonderful running and walking trails through the neighborhood that I'm on, to great HOA sponsored community centers with swimming pools, all sorts of stuff. And then you can even see right behind me is the Erie Common. So you're just a short walk away from all sorts of good stuff to do. But we're not here to talk about new build homes, but if you are interested, let me know. I got great relationships with some of those people in the sales office. We're here to talk about the shifting market. So overall, things have definitely changed. If you were trying to buy a home in 2021, even some of 2020, you know it was just an absolute free-for-all. Multiple offers way over asking price, waiving appraisals, waiving inspections, all sorts of stuff that just honestly made you cringe with how much you were having to put out on the table to get a house that just a few years ago was worth 20, 30, even 40% less of what it was just last summer. Well, if you were in the sales seat at that point, if you were selling your house, man, it was absolute just wonderful chaos because you were reaping all those benefits. But if you were unfortunately on the buy side, it was very, very rough. Well, we're here to tell you that those days are basically coming to an end for the sellers. They still have some good prices. Prices have still remained relatively stable, but we're getting negotiating power back on the buyer side. I recently just closed a home in Highlands Ranch with a major price reduction and repairs. That was absolutely unheard of a year ago, but it's getting to the point where it's possible. There's just fewer buyers in the marketplace because of the interest rates, the inflation. The overall cost hasn't come down enough for a lot of people to jump back in, but a lot of people just want to wait and see what's going to play out. So if you've been on the fence about buying, now might actually be a great time, because this is the first time in quite a while that we've seen a little let up on the market. But in the market in general, what we're talking about today is just some of the changes that we've seen. And right now, I've got the Jefferson County stats right now. So this is taken from the RE Colorado website, which is the MLS listing for Jefferson County and really the greater Denver area. So what we're looking at is July of 2021 versus July of 2022. So the data is always about 30 days lagged. So now that August is complete, we have July's data. So in July of 2021, there was 891 listings in Jefferson County overall. So that was what was driving some of that supply issue. There just wasn't a lot of listings. Moving into July 2022, there is a 1,230 active listings, a 38% increase overall. So supply went way up, demand did not follow. So what we're seeing as a result is a 25.8% change in closed listings. There's not as many closed because they're selling a little bit slower. What we saw here in 2021 for overall closed listings is 1,156 in Jefferson County. In July of 2022, we have 858, a 25.8% reduction overall, like I said. So here's another interesting thing that we're seeing here is the average close price in July of 2021 was $613,000. Now, year to date into July of 2022, that average closed price is actually $714,000. So we're still seeing some appreciation, but overall, we're seeing a lot more houses come on the market. That supply chain issue is starting to change, and the overall demand is starting to change. So if you were on the fence about selling your house, Is now a good time to sell? Well, based on the overall prices, I would say yes. The percent of closed price to list price, meaning the price that the home listed for versus sold, in July of 2021, it was about 105% total. I'm showing here year to date for July of 2022, 105.4. So we're still seeing that appreciation, but what we're not seeing is as much of the supply and demand issue. There's more homes that are coming up for sale. There's not quite as much competition. There's fewer buyers in the market. So the market is softening. So even though that overall end price might be still higher, we're still being able to get in there, negotiate things, and overall get a little bit better outcome for our buyers. So we're gonna go ahead and take a quick look at some more stats and kind of go through just an overall look at what the market's doing in the greater Denver area overall. Some highlights from the July 2022 report. The July metrics show a market that has shifted. Demand has dipped due to high prices and rising interest rate. As a result, prices have stabilized and homes are staying on the market a little bit longer. Colorado's economy still remains strong, with home prices still remaining high, even with the inventory a little bit constrained. This gives sellers a great position to still hop in the market, but they need to secure the best offer with competitive pricing. Even with that, there's still some uncertainty in the Denver housing market, both with home sellers and home buyers, as we all adjust to the new reality. The days of feverish demand are behind us, as buyers continue to reevaluate their home buying goals given today's home prices and higher interest rates. Are buyers backing out of contracts as a result of the market conditions? Well, to some extent, yes. This July, 12% of listings went from pending back to active, which is 3% more than we saw last July. Closed listings in July of 2022. According to the RE Colorado metrics, July saw a decrease in the number of closed listings as compared to both last month and last year, as home buyers heard the news of rising interest rates. The number of closings was lower than we've seen in the month of July since July of 2011. Price appreciation has continued to slow in the face of rising mortgage rates. In July, the median home price was still 11% higher than last year. However, if you look at it from a month-to-month perspective, prices are tapering, with July being the third consecutive month of declines in the median price of a closed home. According to RE Colorado, 4% of the listings that we saw had a price decrease from the original list price, which is about the same as July of 2021. Days in the MLS. This one's important. The mean number of days it took for a listing to move from actively available to pending status in the RE Colorado MLS went up slowly in July. With more inventory on the market and less competition, buyers have a little bit more time to make decisions. Still, with that in mind, more than half of the homes available had a contract written on them in less than 1 week. New listings. The number of new listings that sellers brought to the market has decreased from last July, as well as last month. The market typically sees a decrease in new listings from June to July due to the 4th of July holiday and other summer vacations. However, this is the lowest number of new listings that we've seen in quite a while. Pending listings in July of 2022. Buyer activity has pulled back for the second consecutive month as home buyers reevaluate their finances given today's home prices and the higher interest rates. As a result, the number of pending listings as a leading indicator that is used to predict closings in the next 1 to 2 months has declined from last year and last month. Similarly to new listings, it's typical to see a bit of a dip in activity in July due to the 4th of July weekend and other summer vacations. Activity by price range. July saw a decrease in the number of closings by price, with the exception of the $2 million category, where we saw a 19% increase. The number of new listings that came on the market increased in the ranges of $600,000 and more, and properties priced below $600,000 saw a slight decrease in listings. There's about 25% more listings brought to the market priced $2 million and above than there were last year in 21. Active listings and volume. At the end of July, there were nearly twice as many actively available homes on the market than we saw in July of 2021. The number of active listings or standing inventory has increased 23% since last month and a whopping 351% since January. Gross sales volume in July was lower than July of 21 and 22, which aligns with the decrease in closings that we're seeing overall. So, what does this all mean? The market is shifting. So if you're in a position that you want to either buy or sell, there's still some great strategies out there. So I hope you've enjoyed this market update for the Front Range of Colorado. Again, I'm Joe Benjamin with Great Life Colorado eXp Realty. So if you need anything at all, please visit greatlifecolorado.com or give me a ring. Until then, enjoy your great life here in Colorado. See ya.